go alone, yeah. Sweet, sweet kiss, how I live out. Never go alone. You take it from Peter today, Paul will take it from you tomorrow, mama. Sweet, sweet, living is sweet, oh, where the rich or poor. Boy, don't pray for a long fellow, he can pray for a long life. As long as they live, you know, the better we grow. Fine, power, you find out, it can make you heavy. It's just like a brook, you know, they pay to capsize. Sweet, sweet kiss, how I live out. Not for go alone. He won't be can eat it, or a picture can eat it. Kiss how I live, kiss how I live, oh, sweet kiss how I live, oh. Not for go alone. You take it from Peter today, oh, Paul will take it from you tomorrow, mama. You take it from me right today, oh, mother will take it from you tomorrow. Fine, oh, by your fine, when in your favor. Well, people do to you, you got to cry. Hard enough for one person, oh, it's a matter of time. Hard time is a lesson, yeah, brother, this I have. Sweet, sweet kiss, how I live out. Not for go alone, mama. Human being can eat it, oh, the deer can eat it. Ah, good, how I live out. Sweet is how I live out. Not for go alone. Human beings can eat it, or a creature eat it too. Sweet, sweet, living is sweet, oh, whether rich or poor. Why not pray for a long fellow? They can pray for long life. As long as they're living, the better we grow. You check it from me right today, oh, Mira will check it from you tomorrow, mama. Hey, you take it from Peter today, oh, Paul will take it from you tomorrow. Fine, power is found, oh, it can make you heavy. Looking like a crooked, no, equate to capsize. Ah, Kesawalia, Kesawalia, ah, Kesawalia, mama, no for go alone. Why not pray for long fellow? He always pray for long life. As long as they're living, the better we grow, my people. Sweet, sweet kiss, how I live out. Not for go alone. That's enough for one person, oh, it's a matter of time, papa. Our time is a lesson, yeah, brother, this I had. I'm about away, never where my way gone. Be your woe. I'm about away, papa, yeah, yeah, yeah.
you marry Gravo Maya, every day Pambata will let it to Tabatu. If you marry Baza Maya, every day full money, Tonica Mudiari, Chinica Bonnie, Monkey, you play that up your. If you marry Buza Maya, every day Tawaki, Lawanika. If you marry Maya, every day Pasayama and Jaffin Lafao. So ya put your way, come my pull away. Now look at your way, back in water.
Whether rich or poor, when I pray for long fellow, he can pray for long life. As long as they live, the better we grow. Fine power, if it can make you heavy. It's just like a volcano, equator capsize. Sweet is our liver. Not for go alone. He might be can eat it. Or a picture can eat it. Kiss our liver. Kiss our liver. Oh, sweet kiss our liver. Not for go alone. You take it from Peter today. Or Paul will take it from you tomorrow, Mama. You check it from me right today, oh mother will check it from you tomorrow. Fine, oh fine, fine, in your favor. Well, people do to you, you go to cry. Has enough for one person, oh, it's a matter of time. After me is a lesson, yeah, brother, this I had. Sweet is our liver, not for go alone, mama. Human being can eat it, oh, the deer can eat it. Ah, go our liver. Our liver, not for go alone. Human beings can eat it, or a creature eat it too. Sweet, living is sweet, oh, whether rich or poor. When I pray for long fellow, he can pray for long.
And so, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, depending on your location. Vixter, we'd like to say welcome to the Heat Hour here on BKS Television. My name is Junior Payne, and of course, as always, we are here at 8 o'clock Liberia time. With all of the team, we have Afanso Wumba already here. We have Shadrach Togbetu is here. We have the Mayor Prentice Doma is also here tonight. And we will be discussing a couple of national issues. And we will also go to Nema County District number 5. But we have some some heartbreaking news on District 5. Very, very terrible one for us, our platform. We will discuss that. But let's welcome you guys to the show here this evening. Alfonso, good evening and welcome to the show, Chief.
Good evening, John. Good evening to Prentice and Sadra. I hope everything is cool in Liberia.
Shadrach Tobe, the change agent, welcome to the show.
Good evening, Junior. Good evening to all the panelists and good evening to our listening audience.
Prentice,
Well,
let's greet you in a special way. Welcome.
Good evening, Junior, and let me say good evening to other panelists here, including Alfonso, my big brother Cedra, and I trust that others are trying to make their way on here. And I look forward to again another engaging conversation this evening. I know we have a lot on our plate, so I don't want to bore you with too many words. But I want to say good evening to everybody following the broadcast this evening. It's always good talking to our people here on the Heat Hour.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Before we go to our discussion for today, let me just give you a drop down of our headlines. We will have with us Councillor Tiawan Gonglo. Councillor Tiawan Gonglo is the former president of the Liberian National Bar Association. And of course, he's also the, I don't know how to say, political leader of the Liberian People Party, LPP. He's going to be here tonight to discuss national issues. When I say national issue, we'll be discussing a couple of issues from the Executive Order 151 all the way to his engagement in Liberian's politics and also his current activities in the country. We're also going to go to District 5 politics. You know, he's a politician. We will ask him whether or not he's supporting a candidate in this upcoming by-election in District 5. But again, today was to be the electoral debate that this platform is supposed to host in Butuo Town. But unfortunately, all of the candidates, the 10 candidates, we wrote them communication. We kept calling them. They gave us the assurance that they were going to be there today. But unfortunately, they didn't attend the debate. We had everything set up. We used resources. We used money. And all of that, we had someone coming from Monrovia to moderate the debate. The person has to pay their way. We had to give the person money to go and moderate the debate and all of those things. But unfortunately, all of the candidates didn't turn out. But let's hear from you. First, let us start with what's on your mind this evening, Alfonso. Let's hear you what's on your mind, ranging from Minnesota to Nema County to District 5 to Liberia. Let's hear you, Alfonso. Let's give you 3 minutes on what's on your mind, and we can go to our candidates who ran away today. Alfonso, you are muted.
It's good to be here always and to see us, engaging in a fruitful conversation like this, telling our people the do and don'ts of our society. It's always a pleasure to be here, but again, there are some key information coming out from the country that maybe we'll be highlighting, and little developments. Some are good for us, and some are not good at all. Meaning the other day we were discussing the issue of being a patriotic citizen. In electoral period, we expect most of our people, meaning politicians who are coming to show that sign of patriotism, but they always they always want us to believe that they are patriotic, and their action cannot tell us how patriotic they are to us and the state. And so, yeah, we'll go into the nitty gritty of what unfolded in Buyao in the by election pending debate, though, but it's not a good sound for us. Thank you, bro.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Alfonso. Shadrach Tobe, let's hear you what's on your mind this evening. Before we go to you, Shadrach, let's welcome to the show Siawite Zoget Toa and our veteran DK Way. DK Way is always going to the gym, but he can't leave the junk food. Every day you see him eating junk food, and you say you won't reduce. You won't get 6-pack. I don't know why. Anyways, Shadrach, let's hear you. Today I'm ready to shut that strong because they may never not start giving hard time again.
Shadow is sitting in your room.
Shaga been telling other people on the show that they don't get good network in Liberia. He put Marvin printers for that. He said printing not get good network. So now that it's happening to him, we get
DK
to know
prepare
that.
for
And
you.
just up to the evening, DK was still putting more on me.
Yeah, just up to the evening. But right now that Shaga get a problem. Printers, welcome. Let's hear you what's on your mind.
Yes, Junior, I think our country, there are several things happening, and worth the concern of our people, and many good things happening. I say this not because I know a lot of time people like to coin their perspective on issues solely on politics, but I think the reality of the day speaks volume, and some of the confession from around. I know we're not where we're supposed to be as a nation and as a people, because mind you, Liberia, this is where every good person before wanted to come, and spend their time. Like we have Ghana and other countries in the region now becoming tourism hub. That's how Liberia used to be. But 14 years of brutal civil crisis put us way back, and we're trying to make recovery as a country. And again, we're not where we're supposed to be, but at least there are gains made. Our local county authority in Nimba, headed by Superintendent Miampe Gono, doing incredibly well. uh, After she completed the renovation of the superintendent compound in Sani Kode, quite recently she inspected the ongoing renovation work of the presidential palace of Vida in Tapeta. That would be the official home of guests to the country, including the chief executive of the president, the chief executive of the country, who happens to be the president. So the next time the president is visiting around Tapeta, there wouldn't be constraint of lodging where the president lodge going to be hosted or not. That facility will host the president and his entourage. And I also understand after that project, there's another presidential villa somewhere in Butuo, Buyao itself, and the county authority is thinking in that regard as well, for them to renovate it so that it can host the president and other guests from the executive that get to visit the county. And couple, with this kind of development going on now, that the people of Nimba seeing for themselves how their own county and social development funds, are producing visible imprint for them. I think it cements the hope of our people. And I will always say this: we're not where we're supposed to be, but at least there are gains that we can point to. So everything will not be okay. We can ask our people, like in the words of Amara Conan, let's manage our expectation while our leaders keep working on our behalf. And finally, it's good that we're going to have the well-learned counselor here this evening for us to have conversation about this executive order 151 from the president, because today I read two pieces, two different writings from two members of the Nimba caucus, one from Taiwan Bay of District 9, and lately this evening, Senator Yan Twai made his own opinion on that they will seek further clarity from the executive, to ensure how that executive order doesn't suppress, the ordinary people who most he considered to be Nimbayans. And with this kind of development, it's good on the kind of platform as well. We also inform our people what's going on, and I trust it will also suppress some of the growing tension in our country. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Printers. Thank you very much. Let's hear you shout at me. Siawite so get tour.
Thank you, Jim, and good evening to folks in Radio Land and to fellow panelists. I mean, it's a pleasure to be back on the show, and we hope that the show tonight will be rewarding because we'll be hosting one of the legal minds of our country and also a political leader, very professional woman. And as a matter of fact, he's also an Nimbayan. So I mean, today it will be a heated show. So we also encourage folks there to share the show so that the education or the interaction can flow. I mean, first of all, we listen, I follow the social media and also the disappointment today with the issue of the debate. Mind you, we anticipated a debate today in Mutuo, where I'm told that the crew from Monrovia and that of the Nima Community Radio Station in collaboration also anticipated to have, and the debate, but unfortunately, none of the candidates turned up. And those were some of the hard questions some of us wanted to ask the last time. Why was the commitment made before the debate? Because sometimes in these kind of processes, people esteem from the intellectual side. Why is it all of those candidates, not one person will even show up? So it was quite disappointing. And I mean, it is not good for our democracy because, representation, as a matter of fact, is the will of the people. And people coming, if you aspiring to represent the district or the county or Liberian at large, you should be able to pull out what is on your platform. But unfortunately, today we could not see none on the show. So I mean, it's actually disappointing. So I mean, with the training issue, I think we saw some of our lawmakers making comments. I follow Representative Tawongbe and also Senator Nyantua in position too on it. So I mean, we will make our position as we move forward. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Siawete. Shadrach, welcome back to the show, Chief. Let's welcome to the show Mafasin and David. Mafasin, welcome to the show too as well. Shadrach, let's hear you what's on your mind this evening.
Thank you, Junior. Let me say good evening to my big brother Mafasin, who ran away from me. Mm-hmm. So, Junior.
They said you're fighting.
I'm excited to welcome on the stage one of the prominent citizens of our country, our father, a seasoned politician and a lawyer, Councillor Tiamonse Gonglu, a reservoir of knowledge, I have referred to him. So, listening to this evening, I think some of us will learn a lot and also will be privileged to ask some of the questions we want you to answer. Secondly, let me join Siawete to say I am highly disappointed in the debate process that was, I would call it cancer, based on the candidates refusal to attend. It was unfortunate to witness that. Even if they don't have the time, it was important enough for them to have communicated to the organizer before time. But to wait the very day and none of them turned up, it was very bad. We condemn that in our democracy. So we'll do a follow-up and see what was their business schedule, and none of them, especially those who confirm to the CEO that they will be coming or they will participate. So yet I am waiting to see a father of our country, Liberia, Councillor Tiawan Gonglu, to speak to us this evening. Thank you.
Thank you, Shadrach. DK, let's bring you on what's on your mind this evening. Let's hear. Okay, Mafasin, good evening. Welcome to the show, Chief. Let's hear you what's on your mind.
Thank you, Shadrach. I'm sorry, I did not run. I crawled. Yeah, I want to say thank you to the management, the planner, and everybody, especially for extending invitation to Tiawan. I think it's better to acknowledge some of our best and to give them platforms so that other members of the community can get to know them. My interaction with Tiawan started when I was appointed to work alongside Doc Cooper. At the time, he was representing the family as the head, as was presented by my boss at the time. And then through that, the late Minister of Justice, Frederick Sherwood, was one of those who elevated the character he is to me so highly in bulk of our high-level meetings, especially when we started to note disagreements on a couple of things. I mean, he had a very positive feelings about Nima as a county because, according to him, Nima has some of the bright minds, and he sees Nima presidency as a turning point for Liberia. So I think it's good to have people like that come from your community. They remain the pride of our community. And I see it as an opportunity to sit on the platform to not only get to know his own position on some of the national issues, but to also benefit from his knowledge arsenal, because it's good to know, them, to listen to them and to get their perspective about things. And to be a man who is not overly occupied with just an opposition narrative, but we want to celebrate good things, because I monitor him and I was very moved to see him celebrate decision from the opposition. Unlike other national stake actors like Snow and other people who will wish a government to fall, as a beginning of their own, political sources, he is more focused on Liberia. And like President Barker says, think Liberia, love Liberia, and together let's build Liberia. Oftentimes he has demonstrated that, and I think it's good to get him on this platform, to have him interact with young people and to know his perspective. Then the other thing about debate that Shadrach touched, it's just quite funny when you're talking about debate in a Liberian society, because it has no bearing on who becomes your leader. In the civilized community, people see those kind of platforms as a means of communicating their vision, the platform, how they intend to move the community forward. And the audience use this kind of narrative to build trust and to elect their leaders. And it will occur to you, or it won't even come as a surprise to you, why Africa and African leaders continue to fail, and then Africans continue to live in abject poverty without no visible signs of development, no visible signs of productivity and growth. Because somebody who has virtually no understanding of the subject of leadership is often, or are often, people that the communities tend to stand and sing praises for. We have seen that over the years, so it makes no difference today, because no one has ever used debate as a platform to knowing who is in a better capacity or who has the better capacity to lead. Most of our elections, many of the candidates don't even care. They won't even show up. They have no, nothing to say to the people. They will make no public appearance, and they will have no future projection, or they have no vision of what the future holds. They can't have any independent opinion of any issue. But again, that's our society. So I believe people are kind of learning from the past, and they keep taking it to the future. Because if Liberia can elect George Weah, who never, appear to say anything about country, and we elected him overwhelmingly. He became leader for us, and up to today's date, there are people who believe that he was better suited. Or if a country that is so much youthful can look into the arsenal and bring about somebody who is over 80 years old, who virtually on a path to grave. You know, you lead future that you see yourself in it. I know if we can do that, I don't think debate should be an issue. All of us are guilty of some of these things. So debate should not be an issue. Let the people go ahead and elect who they want to elect. You know, even though they're not coming to them, they don't even know them. In my district, like DK will always be provoking me, even though he made no contribution to my election, but he has interest in the outcome, which is completely something unheard of in the intellectual space. But I have lived with my people. I have provided leadership. I have something that you can reference. But then somebody came in the 11.
Can you tell all you and Roger Doma combined? What are the number you guys got? I want to compare with Billy.
DK, you sound more like a CMC.
That's what we're saying. That's what we're saying. At least I have a trace of leadership. I've served as development superintendent. I've taken community college to the place. I've provided leadership for the college. It's preparing, future leaders. So there was something visible about me. And if you follow my trace of leadership, when I was in student leadership at the University of Liberia, as leader, you were one of my followers. You were one of those who will always come to the most historic political palaver to listen to me. I have that history.
And he left in Father Musa.
Yeah, I have that history. But you saw that leadership preparation from the very day. You knew the path and you knew I could do better. But then you follow somebody who was bringing one solar light who would die 2 days after election. That's completed, the contrary case we're talking about here. So why should we debate matter to DK, who supported Musa Belete, who are distributing motorbike, who chose motorbike over leadership, traceable leadership? So that's the contrary case we're talking about. So I believe next election, DK, I will have motorbike to share, and you will be one of my supporters. So
thank you. The tariff of Canada is so high. I don't trust whether you will take a motorbike in that place. Tariff of Canada.
Look at my.
Thank you for dealing with DK.
This is my private home office. Look at some of the posters that I have posted on my wall. I'm in my home office. All right. So there are things that we are promoting. There are things that we are doing.
Office, we should bring Musa Belete office here. You know how many offices Belete have?
But at least he can't show you office in P5 because he had no face there.
Because Soma is sitting here after the both of you guys combined vote could not even come near Dr. Musa Hassan Belete.
But the funny thing is, Musa, after election, went to America and the supporters celebrated it for going to America. I'm traveling everywhere freely. People don't have to celebrate. As a matter of fact,
you are a Canadian, you're a dual citizen. We're not allowing that in Liberia.
No, I'm not a dual citizen. I'm a Liberian.
You are a Canadian citizen.
I'm a Liberian.
No, DK, you are not talking my kinsman of that. My kinsman
no, you have no
is a
proof.
citizen of
That's one thing
Liberia.
that I've done, DK. I have the opportunity to be a Canadian, but I have not.
No, DK said the American citizen.
I'm a Liberian.
So my question is,
yes, an American citizen.
You and Doma are here. What's the plan for 2029?
From 2013 to 2016, I was in the United States. I never bothered to be a citizen. I left and went back to teach at the University of Liberia. So that's me.
Thank you. Thank you,
people that focus on our show because celebrated defeat, stay dealing with it, please.
Thank you, Mr. Matheson. Let's welcome to the show Bobby Wanty. Bobby, you just joining us. Today we are somehow disappointed, but again, we have to appear here to do what is needed for the people of Liberia, the people of District 5, and the people of Nema County. The guys that are supposed to do the debate today, we organized everything and didn't turn out. I will have my say on that. But let's welcome you to the show and let's start the discussion with that. Mr. Mafasin already said his part. He said the debate shouldn't be an issue. You know, in Liberia, we've not set that example before. But again, I have different say on that. But let's hear you, Bobby. Bobby, welcome to the show. Let's give you 2 minutes on that. DK, we're still expecting a councillor in the back. Bobby,
thank you, John. Good evening, good afternoon, and good morning to everyone. You know, I am very, very disappointed. I knew we will be disappointed on the platform from day before yesterday, because when those things come out, which is we calling people to come and give their own political platform to the people that they want to lead for tomorrow, and then you are not seeing none of them even talking about it before coming. It showed a sound that they are not interested. And I'm disappointed of people taking political advantage on our people because they will come and give this, like my brother said, solar panel, lapa, with nothing behind it, no explanation, just because they give them something. We don't know where to get those things from. Some people go to the bank and take loan because I'll become representative and pay the bank back. That's a very wrong notion. And some of us have lots of questions to ask those candidates that want to take part in this election. But they will come and run away from questions. At the end of the day, they say, I'm the representative. They call them honorable, but there's nothing honorable about them. But again, the good thing is the father of Nimba, one of the persons that I highly respected in the Republic of Liberia, will be appearing here today. I'm very, very excited to gain some knowledge from him. And, you know, hear him speaking on BKA is a plus for us as well. I'm very happy. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Bobby Wanti. Thank you for being here tonight. Let's go back to you, Afanso Wongbo. What do you make of these guys' decision today to back out of this political or electoral debate? Do you think it's a good sign for our people of District 5? Do you think it is a good thing for Liberia at large? And what impact do you think this will have on our democracy if we continue to lead in this way? Because Mr. Mafasin himself confessed to it that he ran away from political debate before. I don't know whether it was you know,
excuse me, I didn't say I ran from political debate. That's not what I said.
You said you are guilty of that.
Listen, I'm still here, Mr. Moderator. I said if Liberia as a country can go about electing George Weah, who did not attend debate, he had no visible public opinion on national issues, but he became a man of choice, you know, and then we elected him. I think Princess is there. I took part in my debate, and in my professional life, that's the first election I've ever went to. Is the election Bilete beat us that DK is talking about. I was one of those in the debate hall and on time, because I'm one person who want to be very open. I'm not saying it in support of the guys running away from debate. No, I'm just airing my own disappointment surrounding the issue of, you know, debate. It doesn't matter here. I mean, it doesn't matter on that side. Here, debates matter. In fact, there will be people there to fact check everything you say publicly. They will check and establish the fact. And if you lie, it can be counted against you. But it doesn't work now in our society. So I've never run away. I've never run away from debate. At the University of Liberia Student Union debate, I debated. Every election that I participated in debate as well.
You are an educator, right? You've been educating many people in Liberia. Now we found the problem that our politicians they do not take into consideration the issue of debating, because they always set reference to our electoral laws, because that's the only thing they say reference to. They say the electoral law doesn't call for that. The electoral law doesn't call for you being a bachelor degree holder, or it doesn't call for you being an educated person. So they always set an example to this particular law that we have in the country. As an educator, we found this problem. What do you think is the way forward or a solution to this thing?
Are you coming to me?
I'll come to you right after you answer that question.
I think it's a collective problem, because one of the issues that remains unanswered in our politics is the issue of awareness and conscientization. Our people should be rightfully educated as to, the importance of some of these things. I tell you one thing, I will always want to keep to our election. Election has passed. A good number of towns in District 6 coming to District 7, arguing with our elected representative that he promised them. They left their district and they voted for him, and that promise has not been fulfilled. Is it right? No. Why are these things happening? And the election laws, is squarely against transfer of voters. It doesn't matter whether you come from District 5, like District 5 election. You'll see a good number of our citizens going back to District 5 to go vote. They will be transported. And after the election, they come back to Monrovia where they live. So you can't be in different, on a different jurisprudence, and then you want to be a member of a different area. You live different place, but your voting decision is in different place. Different person is your representative, but you're making representative for different people. So those things, it comes with education. And it's not just something that you can answer in one time. And if you look at constitution, no constitution of anywhere in the world will capture all of the issues and put it in one law book. The reason is simple, because time changes. And in the changing time, you cannot address all of the issues at the same time. That's why laws are amended. So in the wisdom of the framework of the Constitution, they know that people should know people who are well suited to become leaders. So they leave some of the constitutional issues to your common understanding and your own level of reasoning. That's why there is no credential or degree requirement as to who become leader for a community. But is it necessary? Yes, because you operate in a geopolitics. It's a global interconnected network of leaders. You must be able to understand some of the fundamental issues. And to understand them, you must have education. So they leave some of the issues with our own wisdom. Now, you have Radio BKS in the Booyah area. Now you have the online platform. You have all educated people coming together to talk about some of the ills in society. We now should be the ears and mouth of our community. We should be able to rightfully educate them, conscientize them the best way ever. Those things will inform the readiness of our people when it comes to making decisions. Now we're talking about debate. Right here on this platform, if you ask people personally beyond those, they have their own candidate. And for the fact that their candidate didn't go for debate, do that count? No. In your respective mind, you still believe your candidate should be voted for, even though they do not, they didn't go for debate. So that's the frustration that I'm speaking. But I'm not trying to say it's a good thing or I have done this, so people should do it. No, I won't do that.
Thank you so much. Alfonso, let's give you 2 minutes on this. DK, I beg you keep putting in the work. We are gradually running out of time. Alfonso, let's hear you.
Thank you. Jian, is something that we should be thinking about for those of our people who have the opportunity to go to school and we be young, coming in the country to write or to put down on paper laws that are supposed to, elevate our country. And they saw all of these things, they omitted them. So the educated people are now becoming peers to the uneducated people to, suffocate, or maybe, let's say, demoralize our society. So yesterday I was talking about people always talk about education, education. Everything bow down to the common sense. If you are educated, you're not using common sense. That degree you got is just a receipt to tell you that you went in certain institution, and this is the receipt. We're in a country where educated people went and wrote our laws, mostly election laws, and they omitted all of these things. Now, when it comes down to election, they want to grab people to say they men supposed to do this, they men supposed to do that. Why those things are not written in the laws? That's why you see ArcelorMittal and other people escaping from some of the agreement they had in the country, because some of those things were not written. So if you need key things to be taking place in the country, write it down so they hold them. If anyone who is not in agreement or in concurrence with those things, we can hold them by that. But since it's not written, anybody can do anything at any time. So the educated people have become peers to the uneducated people to blindfold the population. So I don't know who is to be blamed here. It is quite unfortunate that we will invite people, they will consent to the invitation. Then the day of that particular event, everybody will have to boycott. It's quite unfortunate. Without telling the institution this is the reason. There's no other reason they can say. But now their eagerness is on the 12th, they should be elected and represent the people. And who are those people they are representing? The uneducated people. And they themselves who are educated are now becoming uneducated too. Because they now want to share their vision, passion for the position in which they are vying for. Then we say educated people in the race. And we hear claiming a quarter alone in the play there is not educated, the rest of those guys educated. Yes, the rest of those guys that are educated are afraid to even share their vision with the people. Are they educated? No. They know that these things are good, but they will not do it. So these are some of the reasons, my brother. We just need to just keep patient and see how we can change the election laws of our country. That's all.
Thank you. Thankfully, we have Councillor Tiawon coming here tonight. This 1986 Constitution is long overdue that we've had legislature upon legislature being elected, but then they have not think in that direction to amend this Constitution, and it's actually giving us a very, very difficult time in our country. So we will ask him what's his position on that when he appears here tonight. DK, well, let's hear you on this issue. Your men are not turn out today. Why? Do you think this is a good sign for us?
So I think Alfonso said something about debate then in constitution, in law. Not everything in a society that people should live by should be written as a law. Meaning the constitution will just be that one big house that everybody have to enter to before you read a portion. That those things are something that is society called for. I don't think debate in the West that the Western leaders do is written in the law. The only thing is leaders who are seeking public office, people want to hear from them. People want to know their intentions, what they want to do when they are given the opportunity to serve. So to be fair, I knew that most of those guys were not going to turn up. I knew that. And the frustrating part is almost all the candidates appear here and show us that they were going to be there. In fact, when we changed the date of the debate, because they requested that most of them were already in Monrovia, finding their way and finding resources to move in the district permanently for campaign. So because of that, we had to push the date and time ahead. And we have journalists, media people leaving from Monserrado to go there. Got there yesterday, slept, set up the place, and nobody showed. In fact, Cole Whittam was present because he was already doing Butu. So a campaign scheduled different place, like another community in a district beside Butu, we're not going to see him there. So it's just frustrating, and people who want to be leaders don't want us to hold them accountable, and that's it. Most of those candidates are everywhere campaigning and ranting on Facebook, where they are posting video and their supporter, and that's it. So then when we elect them, we refer to as Bobo lawmakers for Nima and the rest. So whatever with the elect, what we will get, why you put in garbage in, garbage out. So garbage in, garbage out, and to the point where Mafosin and Doma, Mafosin and Mafosin are my very good friend. Very good friend. I didn't support Belede. But they could not listen. I told them Belede was going to beat them. They didn't listen. I mean, somebody with that kind of cash, Tico can say political good doers. You see, somebody made reference to solar panel, solar light, and the amount of yellow machines that is in Buyao currently, that is unprecedented. But you know what? I want those who taking yellow machine, all those guys who are taking yellow machine, solar panel, and the rest of the thing this way. I want one of them to win the elections. That's my prayer. Because if you are only campaigning and you have access to 4 fastest caterpillar that is growing row, I want one of them to be elected. They give it a try, so that there will be no excuse. You are not given a position and you are growing row. When you are given a position, Abuya will be like Moserado. So it's to be fair, and that's my prayer for any of them to win the election so that we can meeting a yellow meeting there. My first thing, what else do we say? All the candidates, three other candidates are Boris, Koto, and Mekua. Those guys are running competition with yellow machine in the district. I pray one of them win the election so that they will not give any excuse. That every rules in our district will be pliable. So that's my prayer. Again, I'm trying to reach out to our guest. I'm still contacting him so you can go to another person that can see whether he's not coming. Then we can go to another.
DJ, just a quick question: is District 7 looking like Moserado today?
District 7?
Yeah.
No. If you say that, I would disagree. District 7 is not like Moserado, but the lawmaker District 7. Hold on now. Hold on, buddy. The lawmaker District 7 left from District 7 to fill Slam Bridge in Yao Lepula. That's a plus. He left from District 7 to fill the St. John River in Glass Ropier in District number 9 to connect Bonpante.
Is that the mayor? The lawmaker
have been making some impact, like it or not, he have been making some impact. So everybody can, because Belede have yellow machine. Now anybody can go to Belede and say Belede can clear our road. Belede go to Belede Foundation, we know Belede got machine. So anybody, the 3 other candidates in our place, our people will go to that person. Now, okay, come and connect Butu with Toba. What would be Boris excuse? What would be Koto excuse, for example? Take for instance, in the road from Yale to U2 to Gloto connecting to Yao place. There are people say, oh, Koto, but you've been here with machine and you are taking it to down 2, which is in Bio. Come and connect this road with us. You already represented. What would be your excuse?
I come in. DJ, the question the gentleman asked, I think is making a point. Going to the places you just named, making impact, yes, we agree. Is it District 7? Is it the Moserado? No. Development that are associated with elections, it's only come during election time. It's being highly dishonest. I think people of that nation
I'm not disagreeing with you.
So, Junior,
here's the argument. I'm not disagreeing with you. The very electorates, are the one I would say, but the person already doing it for us. Your way, I want to let people here, they will not do it.
Oh, so I agree. I agree on that aspect. That's why initially I spoke on the issue of debate. Because people are not judging people based on substantive issues. You know, but that's being highly dishonest. And if you reward dishonesty with public position, trust me, the country is going nowhere. You know, when you talk about representation, it comes with a whole lot. At least our in-county administration, we work with representatives, and we know people who have what it takes to be representative. We know people whose voice matters. We know people who can rightfully represent. The rest, now just let's go. And exciting that we are in 21st century. We're supposed to be promulgating something that will have bearing on the growth of our community. But yet, we just go that route. You know, like I was telling some people, good, you're sending your children to school. Some of them graduating with masters. They're getting enlightened. Let's see if tomorrow you can buy a yellow machine to bring it and face growth. So our national leadership discourse should not be about that. It should be about people who readiness to serve. You know, Lobomba used to say it. I used to listen to some of his talk, and it used to look funny to me, but I saw it in play real time. You know, before 2023, if you are going around in our community election, because I was part of Port Wasserman's election, and then I was part of successive elections, I know what the history used to be like. But if you go to a community, you talk to community people and give them $5, my man, they're waiting for the man to come. So the extent where no matter who you are, you can be in a community just by mere pronouncement, barely coming, the people will want to leave you to run the road. Because what? His person was bringing Lapa, was bringing Becores, was bringing cash, was everything coming. And the man is coming to a town with 35,000 cars, with 35 cars. So what's about you? You only have one car with motorbike. You seem not to be serious. And the people will not even care to know what substance you have. All they care for is the resources. Can some of the people with yellow machine that are passing from town to town represent people? Can they fill the void that Koga left? It's not true. It's not true. But today, that's the reality of life we have in our community. So we now have to confront some of these things. Let our people know that these things should not be the hallmark of decision making, because you will be leading our people astray. And the sad thing is, the very people who are celebrating those people will tend to be regretting tomorrow. We're not even past 2 months after election. Their living condition remain the same. Nobody is fighting for them. Nobody is saying anything. And people just living. It was sad. People say, Ali Musa got money. When he's elected, he will bring a salary to the district. Who money man you see who is not looking for money and feel content that at least I have more money and I'm looking for money again? Nowhere. Even the Bill Gates or the Elon Musk, or with all the public contribution, they're still looking for money. But those were the belief of our people. We will not continue taking somebody who has made no contribution. No one knows them. They don't even have friends. They enter the lawmaking house. They be frightened. I was at the National Commission on Higher Education. We had somebody who represented our country in regional higher education body discussion. Just by people standing to introduce themselves, the person became a friend. Oh, I'm Dr. This. I'm writing this book. Our country representative from Liberia did not talk in the entire meeting until the secretariat had to write us. What's happening? What new policy you have? So that's exactly why we begin. The man can come to debate in Butuo. Why will he tell his colleagues in the house? When everything there has to be debated. To put the plight of your people through, you must debate it. And it's not just debate, who you are matters. So we should be fair enough to educate our people, at least to make decisions and choices that will reflect themselves. Because there is this maxim that says leaders are the reflection of the people. So anyone who appears or who emerges as winner tomorrow reflects or represents you, DK. No matter who you are, your education, your background, where you live, that person becomes your leader. The ideas is what you will subscribe to. So we should not continue to push our community in those kind of direction. Not because they carry yellow machine there, it means they should be voted for. No.
Thank you. Let's hear you, Siawete. What do you make of these candidates' decision by backing out of the debate today? Do you think it is a good sign for our democracy as a person who is going to represent us at the lower house, and your job there is to talk, and talk? So if you run away today from a talk, that would be among just, let's say, little over 50% attending, that you are going to convince them. What more about you going to make laws for the people? If you cannot go to speak before the people, how do you represent them in their absence? Let's hear you, Siawete.
Thank you, Gian. Good evening, Brother Mavosi. It's a pleasure to be on the show. Yeah, Junior, I think from my intro, I said it, like the previous speaker has said. I said it from the beginning. We are disappointed as people. You and myself, we take debate very serious because we want to hear from the contestants what they have on the platform, their vision, for the district and what they want to do. You and myself, we are very curious about that. But like the big brother said, man, that's Liberia. And there are some things, it don't require legislation or being in the law. No, it's just about experience. Because if you are going to represent your people, what I do know, in the West, people unveil the platform, ask questions to know what you really want to do. But man, in our society, you see the proliferation of people all in the districts, in the country. Right now, District 5 is one of the commodity hub of the country. And you see the proliferation of yellow machine. You see, few weeks from now, all of those things, it will be, the whole district will be silent. So that shows you how our society is, where it's going, and what are some of those things we need to educate our people. For me, it don't require being part of the law, like Franzo said, because like TK too, make emphasis. If we say we putting most of those things in the constitution or in the electoral process, it will be a whole book. But you and myself, we sit and read beyond the line. We see how other countries conduct themselves. And Liberia is no different from other countries. We are human beings too. Invited for a debate, you consented, but you refuse to go. You refuse to attend the debate. People paid their way, left their family, and drove hours to go and attend the debate, to conduct the debate. But unfortunately, they could not turn out. So, and the sad thing is, our people, they will not even question who went for the debate, why they could not go. No, at that point, right now, you ask, you play score in the district, they'll tell you, my man, the people busy, you did the people. So right, it's just difficult to, our society just need to be like this, the civil education and what have you. We just need to put more time for people to know and the benefit of these things, because most people come to election once they had the capacity that Mr. Davis was saying. Man, few months back or a year back, you used to see people used to have breakfast in Second Pier at Mr. Berete's house. But now people don't have breakfast anymore. It takes time. He's moving other area, you see. So that's the hypocrisy in our Liberian politics, to be frank with you. And some of us, we feel very discouraged about that, because you project yourself to the people that you are the sin, you are the Jesus that is coming to do everything. But right after election, when you win, it becomes another debate. Oh, the man basically time he focusing on the day on policy in time, or different excuses. But right now, who will just end up building things that are nobody can end up building things. But before I was driving from my home in Bank, I saw the group of people trooping to the main house for. I said, where the people going? They said, we're going to have breakfast. Breakfast for the entire second year. So that's how the society have been greeted. People have greeted all kind of things, and they don't speak anything about it. At the end of the day, and people fall prey to it, and we become the victim. So that's how the society is moving. All we can say is we pray that in the next, because I know we from Zoge will when that our people were listening to the candidates to actually hear what they got on the platform to unveil. But I mean, I know Alosha was very happy and excited that Boo Yao and Boo Tuo with the kind of connection from the war. When they say Buto, the first thing people mind go to is the war and all of that. People using were advanced and re-advanced and all of that. We wanted to see what they could pull out. But I mean, that's it. So we pray that our guests will show us. So, but as it is, let's keep the conversation. There are other conversations we can also hit on before the old man come. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Let's go to you, Prentice. Prentice, let's hear you on this. You know what it means to be an outspoken person. You know what it means to elect a good leader. And coupled with that characteristics has to be someone who will represent the people, who will talk for them, who can debate his or her colleague in the house there tomorrow for the better interest of his people. Now, shying away from a debate, a process, a democratic process that will test your strength, whether or not you are capable enough to represent the people. Do you think it is a good sign for our people in the democracy?
I will not mince my words on this. I think when it comes to democracy, which one of its principles is participation, and election falls under that principle, I would be clear that it is indecent to have candidates who have expressed interest and their willingness to serve the people or boycotting a planned debate where days before the debate, they have most of them have communicated with the organizers that they would be available. And I think my biggest disappointment would be in the candidates that I know personally, because I know for the past days we sat on this platform, and for me, I'm not from Buyao, but at least panelists here from Buyao, they have all expressed who they support and why they support them, and other panelists at the same time have condemned some candidates for their education level being low or so. So at this point, I'm thinking to myself, with all of the criticism that we've put other candidates through about not going to school and not placing premium on education, what becomes of those candidates who have been running with the propaganda as well, that they are educated and they profess to be qualified ahead of other candidates with not much educational or credential? What becomes of them? Because they're all using the same playbook. And, like I said, my biggest disappointment would be with candidates that I know personally, including my big brother, Takpo Mambia, Honorable Menkwa, because I understand and I personally interacted with them, and I understand, they also aware about the essence of the kind of engagement. But however, like all of the panelists have said, we can alter this to the transactional nature of our country's politics. So we have a body politics that, politicians have studied the voting pattern and the voter behavior to the point that they have gotten themselves accustomed to it, and they play by the voters' own playbook. What do I mean? We have all said it. We don't have it in our constitution, neither our election law, that it becomes mandatory for candidates to attend debate. But not everything will be in the law. There's something called customary law. Butuo as a township, there is no law there that says nobody should stand. There's no written law that says nobody should stand in the center of the town or around the town hall and publicly urinate. But common sense tells citizens in that town that every time they are jammed and they want to urinate, they should find somewhere private and far or somewhere in the bathroom, somewhere designated for that purpose. It is not a law that is written, but the citizens understand that, and that's what customary law is. So if we have civilized and decent society like the Western world, they give priority to debate because citizens use that as a medium through which they get to make decisions on who represent them. But in our country, a bigger disappointment will go to the voters. For as low as campaign t-shirt, cup of rice, at least nowadays, few of them adding value to it. Solar panels, sometimes the politicians understand and they'll go in one town, sometimes the town has over 100 inhabitants, and they plant two solar panels, at most 5. So for the fact that they get access to the person is our Messiah. Forgetting to know that when they elect that person and the person comes to the legislature, the 3 cardinal functions that we profess all of the time hinge on the position of being a lawmaker, representation, lawmaking, and oversight. It comes with serious communication skill. You should be able to engage. You should be able to convince your colleagues. Even oversight, you should be able to communicate with the executive effectively to inform them about what is affecting your people. And we can only get to know that these leaders are able to perform these tasks through events like what was organized today. And they all boycotted. And it raising no alarm to their support base or even voters. So both the candidates and the voters hold equal responsibility, and I think the essences of one of the important essences of such platform is for us to increase civic education, because it's not normal, like Big Brother Marvosin said, our body politics, the voters have normalized it since the end of the war. People that you hear, if it was about debate, if it was about logical discussion, somebody that consider Tiawan Gonglo will come in more votes than Apeton. But again, that's how the voting pattern been. And
politicians have Kumi can even talk correct, sir. I'm sure, man. I'm making even present nothing.
Even Joseph Boaka. Even Joseph Boaka. If our debate we going mad.
Yeah, Joseph Boaka. The only person that could do it well was the late Prince Johnson.
Joseph Boaka speak beautiful English.
Joe Boaka is the only person that put a country on the map.
But leader man, the only candidate they make could talk about public OBP, the late PYJ, because PYJ from Yole.
I'm proud of you.
Anyway, before we go, Alosha is here. So Alosha is a supporter of one of the candidates that is educated.
The educated candidate.
Yeah. Doma, 1 second. Alosha is one of them that can bring both Bene in the whole by-election. Alosha can the first time he came here, he started asking the other man about trial by OD, how the person didn't understand it, and you were bringing a whole lot of different people to confuse one of the candidates. His candidate he's supporting didn't go, but the candidate has showed us that he was going to be here. It's your turn.
It's your turn.
Yeah, DK, thank you so much, and thank you to everyone out there. And we are equally disappointed. Yeah.
He not say we're taking all the shows, so you just want to come outside.
Yeah, we are equally disappointed in every one of them. who refused, to attend the debate. And bravo to our brother Cole Williams. Honorable Cole Williams, they are extremely well. He went there, and I listened to a couple of statements from him. You can find the emotion, in him. He's saying how our people, live in mention of people living on bare ground. He mentioned people don't even having, not able to buy or sleep for themselves. He mentioned a lot of things. So the emotion in him, the feeling for the people is also in him. You can identify that. I appreciate him for that. And he went at least. And our brothers and those who did not go, they did not do well for our district. Like some of you are just said, I'm a little bit saddened by it. And I mean, I don't know how to express my regret in every one of them who refused to go. Debating our place is not necessarily about somebody winning vote or somebody losing vote. While it's true that debate will bring you vote, it also provide, the medium, especially for our community, to know what it means to become a lawmaker. We are explaining about bridge, individual, and all of those things. It is because of lack of education. So with this debate, when people are asking questions, those youth in the community, they will get to know what it means to be a lawmaker, not just to carry on, or maybe solar panel. Solar panel is not a function of a lawmaker. So if they refuse to go, then I don't know why will we hold them back. But I'm trying to suspect something. I don't know whether our Booyah, politicians, Booyah had a pattern of election that one person will go and speak, and then everybody's following. One person will go and say something, and the entire community. And so there have been no way for people to checkmate this person are talking this thing. To even counteract you. After that, there have been nothing. But with shows coming up, with radio station coming up, to explain, to understand what is happening, and explain it to the locals. I think they are also getting afraid. Also, our candidates are getting, in my opinion, getting intimidated, getting a little bit afraid, especially how we're taking this show, bringing everything in focus. So some of them are actually getting afraid. Some of them don't want to put themselves on the land, expose themselves, so that we'll use that, to let the public know. So they are getting afraid. Are getting afraid, and that is it's not bad. The fact is that we should remain here, whether they come here or not. We should be able to inform our community what lawmakers are supposed to do, what they are not doing, and so that our community will be refined. We'll know exactly what to do tomorrow. We are now living a 10 state. Civilization is taking all over the place. So we cannot live 30 years back. I listen to my brother Maffasins and DKs and the rest of the people over there concerning, someone carrying Caterpillar, someone carrying this thing, and someone carrying that thing. It is also on us as citizens, as educated people who are educated, people who want to take state power, who don't have money. It's not all about money. But you want to be representative. After elections or before election, what have you been doing? When I say what have you been doing, it is not about building bridges. But you're from a town, you're from a district, your community, your constituents. They are living in water. They're trying to cross river. There's no way, no road. You are now holding the opposition accountable. I mean, the executive accountable, whosoever responsible. We are sitting down. Nobody saying anything about the suffering, the untold suffering, the suffering of our community. Nobody saying anything. Right now, the Secretary of District 7 is quiet right now. We're not talking about Booyah, because Booyah, there's ongoing election. We all meeting here. But after elections, our uncles, our brothers, our sisters, our friends, our grandparents, they are all in the bushes suffering. Nobody bringing that story out. So if someone went there, Musa Belete, for example, and nobody should discredit Musa Belete, in my opinion, Musa Belete has been helping the people. Musa Belete has built roads. The one woman asked a question and said, hey, you're telling us not to vote for Zin, or for this. So I got no place to sleep. If someone come and give me pieces of Zin to roof my house, my children are not going to school, and there's no good school yet. If someone come and help with our school, we should not vote for the president, and you are just coming telling us here, oh, you are intellectual, or you should not vote for this. So what do we stand to eat? Well, how do we live? So if we as citizens, whether in politics or not, if you have that strength, you have that skill, go and engage your national government. There's no breaching mutual, there's no electricity. The framework of the Labrador Constitution made to understand that basic social services should be provided for everyone. Are we going by the law? There are people who don't even know what you're talking about, and we're not saying anything. So Musa Belete, who won and getting people roles, they gave him the leadership. And that's the same thing you see Boris Barine coming out today in our place. Boris Kevin Rose since 1978. Nobody has been saying anything about it. People are being empowered. Nobody, no oppositions say anything about it. Qatar is popular today. How? It's because Qatar took issues with someone who was in power. But we all sitting down supporting and mute. And our people are suffering. We're not saying anything. Then when they vote, when they go and cast their vote for somebody, they say, oh, you have to vote for the president. When you're dying, where were you? When the hospital got no drugs, where were you? What did you do? So we ourselves keeping upon us to talk to our family, to engage the government, to provide the basic social services and the education as well. I don't know why it took service on our calendar or our curriculum to say. Because we should know, people should know what it means when you say representations. They should know through service. But those things have not been taught thoroughly. They have not been taught thoroughly in our school, or not even anymore. So we ourselves got a lot to do. We should hold our people responsible. We should hold ourselves responsible, and let's see what we can do to make them to understand. Thank you so much.
Thank you very, very much, Aloysius. You know, if you can see from my mood today, I'm really, really disappointed because of the way those guys behaved. Now, what makes you a good leader is the way in which you interact with your people. From Buyao to Monrovia is very, very far. You all know that. If somebody is elected today, do you expect the people of Buyao to keep going to Monrovia with their complaint to that person, or the person will go back to the people to hear their complaint? Most often, it doesn't happen that way. They expect the people to go to them at the Capitol building with the complaints. So the reason why these things are happening is because the people have always believed that they are the ones serving the representative instead of the representative themselves serving them. So how do we put stop to these things from happening? It is not a job of the representative to carry yellow machine. It is not a job of the representative to build schools. It is not their job to say they will build hospitals. But it is through their intellectual ability, the one we call oversight responsibility, that we take the hospitals or the schools to the district. So it becomes very unfortunate, very frustrating that these people who will go to the House to use their oversight responsibility to make laws for the people that requires dialogue, a little dialogue will be held so that people can hear from them. This is just an example of what you're going to do inside there. Now, what you're going to show to the people, but you stay out of the process. At least take into consideration the resources that the organizers put in. Just in case you don't want to attend the program. We call you even in the morning hour, you consented to attend the program. The time reaching, we try calling you, you cannot pick up your calls. So tell us, how do we entrust you? How do you even listen to the crowd of the people tomorrow? Because these people you are going to represent, this is the only way that they will hold you accountable. It is from the debate. When you go there, you make all of the promises before them, then they will take record of that. Tomorrow, if you are elected, you are not doing those things, then they can use it against you to remove you just in case. But all of them boycott the process today. They still have the mentality that our people are from the bush. They do not understand these things. So the only thing they care for is to go run campaign with them, carry the lapels, carry the bag of rice, take somebody yellow machine credit, the whole lot of money, go to create one dusty road that in the next maybe 3 months is spoiled already, to convince the people with that. This is bad. It's bad for our democracy. It's bad for the modern dispensation that we're living in. This digital world that we're living in is bad for us. You got somebody elected to the House of Representatives, do not know his responsibility, but sit in the house and insult the government. Why do they do so? Because the people do not vet them correctly. They always point to this one law that is keeping us behind, this law that has shoot us in the leg, that we keep walking crippled. They always keep setting emphasis to that law. How do we move forward? How do we develop someone who runs away from today? If Aloysius, Melvin, Opasua, Bobby Wanty, the rest of the Booyah people invite this person to the United States to stand before the Congress to advocate for the people of Booyah, will you do so? How unfortunate it is for our people in this modern dispensation. How sad it is for a lawmaker, one who is there to enact the law, to make the law, to use his oversight responsibility, to go behind the Ministry of Public Works, to say my district need roads, my district need bridges. For that person to run away from debate, it is sad. And I would be the one to sit here today to say all of those candidates that are contesting, they do not mean well for the people of District 5. All of them. Whether you pave the hundreds of roads, that's not your responsibility. Where are you getting the money from? This is where our electoral laws need to be amended. Somebody cannot take money, we not know where the person getting the money from. Tomorrow, when the person is elected, they chose their own priority over the people priority. Because with the huge debt they are taking, you realize that when they are elected now, they forget about the responsibility for the people, then they try to pay off their debts. It's bad for us. What type of business are you making? Now, I don't know whether GAC is really working, but GAC only focuses on government officials. LAC only focuses on government officials, but you do not focus on the ordinary people. Someone who doesn't have a good 4-bedroom apartment up to standard, that is not value even up to 25,000 United States dollars. That person is using 100,000 United States dollars to run campaign, but you do not investigate that. How do you want for corruption to stop in our country when we only focus on government officials? We only focus on the people at the top. This is bad for us. It's frustrating. They are no book, Anna no book, Peter Brannan no book, Peter Paul no book, John Brannan no book, John Brannan no book. They call you today. All the book you say you know, just go convince the people, tell them what you will do. Let them ask you questions. Not on the campaign you go in run out when you give them lapa, then they forget about the question they will ask you. Go there, let the critics ask you. Those that are not supporting you, let them ask you the question. What will you do for the people? Not everybody interested in your lapas. It's sad for our democracy. It's sad for the people of District 5. And we should take note of this. We've been in a cage for a very long time. Why do I say we've been in a cage? Our breaches are not fixed because the people we elect do not know their responsibilities. All they care for is to take the gas slip, the scratch card, the salary at the end of the month, and they sit in Monrovia. When the people go to them there, they worship them, they bow to them, so they will give them 3,000 LD to pay their way to go back to the district. It's wrong. It's very, very wrong. When last the Ministry of Public Works take Calipator and go to District 5? When last? All of you here know the story of District 5. The reason why it is not done is because those people we elect, They do not know their responsibility. They do not know them. All they care for is to get the corrupt money. This is sad for our country. But again, let me not go far before I go out of order.
Don't be afraid. Say Samuel Koga we elected from our chiefdom. We are not elected more than 2 persons.
Samuel will appear here tomorrow. Samuel will appear here tomorrow. They're not Chiefdom Benedict we're talking here.
Even the man from your talking.
They're not Chiefdom Benedict we're talking. I've been one of those that always stand for the right thing. Someone will appear here tomorrow. We ask him. How did he use for the past 14 years that you were in the house? Did he ever
carry... say 14, 13 years representative we elected from your government play. They not do it. When you talking about that, we'll feel fun. Glory were cut off. No car to leave from B play to go to enter Glory. I'm talking about Butuo. So that one talking. If I not can, they know I'm not going to enter a district way. The men used to stop a car in buy and take motor back to go to a district. You have to talk all that one.
You think one representative can develop a district? You think so?
We have two representatives.
Mr. Akami, let me answer a question.
To do that.
Efanso, Akami, let me answer a question. You see, that's why we keep saying the people we elect do not know their function. They do not know their responsibility. District 5 is a very big district. Likewise, you see district number 2, you see district number 3, district number 4, and other districts in Lima. The House of Legislature, they are given the right to create new district, new clan, new chiefdom. So if you know the budget you're receiving per year, it cannot develop your district. Why can you liaise with your caucus members? Tell them that this district is big. The money we're receiving is small. If this is the case, let's liaise with our people. Let's divide the district. Look at Montserrado County, for example. With all of the districts that are in Montserrado, some of them they are just 2 or 3 towns in Nima. But they receive the same budget as compared to Nima County.
You're thwarting the conversation now.
No, I'm not thwarting.
You're thwarting the entire conversation.
I think
I was answering my first question.
The question I asked is on the basis of what he just said. I think the point I'm trying to make
keep to the point, the meat of the discussion.
The point I'm trying to make in the question is that
we already got guests coming tomorrow as a hard question.
Yeah, is that no one individual pocket can develop a place. Development is collective. Okay, I think one of the things that leadership should be able to achieve is to be able to rally the population to do collective development. Like all of you who are sons and daughters of District 5, you all are asset of the district. You all can be rallied towards a singular goal, a goal of developing a district. But how many of our lawmakers are that rich to develop a place? You know, so it's collective. That's why government remains the people. So that's the question I'm asking. No matter who you are, what pocket you have, as an individual, you can't develop a place. That's why when you are electing a leader, it should be somebody with the vision, someone who is able to rally his or her people to work with. Now, one thing I want to talk to quickly is Aloysius' position earlier on, when you were saying if the people are hungry and they do not have food, or their house leaking, and they do not have zinc, I think that's the primary reason why we are poor. And the leadership playbook that printers talk about, it's just clear. Knowing the people and give them what they want and you get power. Simple. Because our leaders know that we are now objective. We are growing a society that is much more dependent. They wait and give you what you want, you give them their power. we should not be. I don't know of any representative or senator or president in the developed world who would be accredited to building roads, building bridges, or divine back or rights. No, it's policy driven. It's the whole thing is idea context. You know, it's not about
Mr. Mavasi.
So we should be able to grow the understanding of our people to that level. Especially coming from Liberia, you know, so much agrarian community. There are things we should push that will give independence to the people, that will give wealth to the people. At least one good thing that I have now is my understanding about NIMA, because I was in local government. If you go to District 5, very productive. That's why our first initial move, working with Koga, then representative of the place, was to give them raw asset, so as to enable their, you know, agricultural goods to have access to market. These are things we should be able to talk in our national discourse, in our national argument. But it's not for me to provide zinc, to provide better rights to the people because they are suffering, they don't have it, their houses are leaking. I mean, we have to build the whole concept of, you know, independent and get away with the whole thing of the representatives should do this. So the whole idea side of the political discourse is being eroded, you know, and it's being taken over by triviality. So when there comes election, people asking, what's the tangible that you've done? I remember I was telling somebody, okay, we work with our partners and we brought college encyclopedia, because encyclopedia is so much central. I've taught at the University of Liberia for XYZ number of years, and some of my students have become medical doctors and different professionals and contributing. And the person looked at me and said, where that the tangible you get to talk about? So the very electors don't even know what the tangibles are. So those of us who come on platform like this, the responsibilities is ours. The onus is on us to educate our people. And when we educate them right way, their decision making will be in the right direction. That's what I want to say.
Thank you. Mr. Mavasi, I will put this blame to you. I will put this blame on Mark Blewan. I will put it on any other past county administrator here on the show tonight. That you guys play a role.
Magni attend the senatorial debate as well.
Magni attend. You guys play a role in the development of our people.
Before you blame me, right? I come in. Before you blame me, let me make something clear before you blame me. Our development superintendent for 11 months. I took over during election year, and the president was clear. Listen now, the president was clear.
It's not even an excuse. Even for one day, it's not an excuse.
You listen to me first before you can lay your blame. I think we're not arguing, we're sharing ideas.
Yeah,
the president has told us clearly that we are in transition. So this is not a development year. If you check the records of my time in office, government did not remit a cent to us. Every impact that we made, it was either from our own, you know, moving around. Like I told you, when we did
road intervention,
when we did road intervention in your district, Koga helped provide some of the resources, and we reached out to Metel. They provided some of the resources that bought gas. Government did not. Even our own county social development fund, a cent was not given. How do we work?
Mavasi, we don't want to put this discussion around Mavasi or Mark Blewan. The reason why I say I will publicly, you know, blame Mr. Mavasi and Mark Blewan here tonight is because they hold our county budget. They had it out. They were given money. It was during Mark Blewan administration that the disabled building at Isanikole, 42,000 United States dollars was allocated to that building, and it stays incomplete. We had children in Buyao, in Glaizopia, in all the rural towns and villages. But indeed, there were no budget set aside for any civic engagement that will bring them to the knowledge. Because during that time of Mr. Mawas in Entasuma, we now reached the age of voting. But at this time, we have reached the age of voting. But we were never taught any of these things. The country administration at that only care for themselves. They didn't care for us. They didn't care for the younger generation. Forgetting to know that it's the younger generation that has the future. So the children that are sitting in Buyao today, that they expected their representative to come and speak before them, the representative didn't appear to speak before them. Now they think that this is a norm. This is a culture. So when they grow up tomorrow, they will do the same thing. Mark Blinwen is sitting here. He escaped from senatorial debate too. I know Mark to be an outspoken person, but Mark escaped from debate. How do you reconcile this thing? It's wrong. It's bad.
You will not pretty big for you, yeah. How do you follow debate? Pretty for you.
Emmanuel went for the debate in Butu. Emmanuel is a journalist, and he went at Emmanuel. Please rejoin and tell us what was the atmosphere there today. I beg you. But again, let's welcome to the show, B. Mark Blinwen. Mark Blinwen, welcome to the show. Tomorrow we're going to have on here Mark Blinwen boss and all of us boss Samuel Gongben Koga, the man who defeated Mark Blinwen with the help of Printed Duma and other people. He will be here tomorrow to discuss NIMA in totality, not only District 5, but NIMA in Liberia in totality. Mark will be the Senator Samuel Koga will be here tomorrow. You know, for now, I gotta keep saying these things to Mark as a joke. When he take over tomorrow, so at any time.
You're trying to Koga boss. You're trying to Koga boss.
And I know, Mark.
You know, we got our own thing to say on the debate issue, but you're just going one step over though.
Okay, let's.
Okay, I want to say thank you to all of you for welcoming me. We are happy to be here tonight. Wheresoever you are, we want to say good evening, good morning, and good afternoon to all of you. John, don't allow Printed to lie to you. I was the center figure of the debate. I made think my embarrassing. They could not say anything during the time of the debate. I attended the debate. And second to why you say no need for anybody to blame any county administration when it comes to the issue of budgetary allotment issues regarding the developments in our county. The reason was just short. The budget line was not in our hands. And nobody, even though I was not responsible for those things, but I could make my input on some things. Then when I took tour with the county administration to go and inspect those projects, those 44 both vertical and horizontal projects here, first key thing I saw was the issue of the gasoline that floor was given to our parliament chief and commissioners. The floor measure 50 gallons when the people, our workers carry home. Sometimes it remains in the 40 gallon. The first thing I blew a line on. And with the issue of the work that was done, all of those that got a contract from the county administration, they were companies that belong to all of the lawmakers in their various districts.
Mark, I beg you.
Yeah. So when you go to even critique it, there'll be issues.
Mark, what do you make of these
candidates? Let's go to Abuja store. We'll come to Mark.
Yeah. What do you make of these candidates? Anyways, I want to say congratulations on your recent appointment. Even though you were not here yesterday, but we congratulated you in your absence.
I beam it by all of you that on the show.
I know. Mark, I know. What do you make of,
don't tell any new leader I'm moving as your chairman pretty.
No, I'm a youth leader for the governing party, not your mushroom party.
Oh, I beg you,
ruling party. Wait and see. You see from. Yeah, the issue of debate, the issue of debate, I was in Buyao today. But when I got there, the debate was already over.
They didn't the men and I attend.
I will be over. You don't go there.
Yeah. So when I was in Dimbley, when I asked, they said none of them win. You know the issue? Most of the thing we don't need to bring the candidates because we are going through those kind of processes and we know how unfolding. You know, now when you in Booyah, it's more than war. What going on in Booyah now is more than war. The whole nuclear youth, they gather the king to Bible to a wheat quarter. They spend the whole day and they go sleep right in Yale in Dige way home. But they decided to spend the whole day that they walk out of the road, even for zoning car to pass and go to Glory Way. It was a serious issue today. We also had to get out from the car to even start telling them to move on the road. They park all the bikes on the road, their cars, they want to park everything on the road. It was wrong. How many persons going for camping? 4 or 5 persons can go for camping. You don't need to go for everyone behind you. The same crowd you pull it in people. You go, you pull the same crowd in the Pula. You go to your government, you pull the same crowd there. You go to Gbanwe Junction, you pull the same crowd there. You go to Temple, you pull the same crowd. The same old faces you see there. But when it's time for people to speak in the hall, you don't see the citizens to be in that kind of normal. The citizens that will attend I can't ask your audience. They can't reach the number of crowd that are behind you. And most of those guys who they taking from Ghana, they don't have voting rights. They will not vote. You put more than 10 cars behind you. So Ghana guys they only. I saw them today. I get live and I decided to pass. So it's not about then going away, but we need to bring those who also station the debate. On grounds are, if you want to have a debate, don't wait the campaign to come to a heated time before you bring in debate. Because it's almost like everyone is making his case, and you want the guys to leave from speaking to their people and can't speak to any hall. Then when we went to Senegal, they told us we were going for 2 hours. Do you know, it will interest you to know that we spent 6 hours in Senegal, wasted 6 hours. We spent 6 hours in Senegal. Who got did not come, man? Either Gonglo White did not come, or George Gombu did not come. 4 of us were there. Yeah, we spent 6 hours. Don't wait for election time when campaign time reach before you come say debate. By the time the people become candidate, prior to that, allow them to come and speak to the people before their campaign can start. But when the campaign is going on, yeah.
The process of the debate is almost like you're running campaign. Now, the same people that you carry on motor are coming, the same people you carry on motorbikes that are parading with you from Ban to Lepura to all of the places. You can't take these people to carry them on one engagement that you know it is your right and responsibility. But let me stop here and turn over to Bobby. I think Bobby got maybe a question or something to say before we go to our luscious. Bobby, let's
before Bobby can come on, let me just say something to you. Those who were those guys on the motorbike in the cars, there are people who are already resolved to talk to them. I mean, or to vote them. The audience that people need to speak to will not be at the debate hall. That's what can happen. Nothing going to change those who are at the debate hall, man. John carrying a crowd with him. Evanso carrying a crowd with him. Mark wasn't carrying a crowd with him. Printer carrying a crowd with him. Mike not carrying a crowd with him. We are the crowd you going to convince there that Printer grew. Mike not voted in to be his when the people were in already.
Yeah,
so
now
the people can start the campaign. Let the people who station a debate, let it be on ground. They should be there first to be able to stage a debate before the people can start campaign. But when the people in the heat of the campaign are that everyone is making his or her case, there's no way that someone can go to the debate hall.
Mark, the initial date of the debate was changed based on the same candidate's recommendation. They recommended that the time that you're hosting a debate will not be favorable for us because we're still running after our teams in Monrovia to be qualified as candidates. So we asked all of them, they came to a very resolute decision that y'all host the debate on a weekend. And this date was communicated to them, Mark. You sitting there. If we communicate information to you and you consent to that, you already put your integrity online. If for any reason that you will not be able to attend, at least you leave 2 or 1 day ahead, you call the organizer and say, I will not be able to attend. But we even call in the morning and you consent that you say you will be there. So time reach out for you to attend a debate, you're not coming. We're calling you now, you're not picking your calls. Do you think this is justifiable?
How many person went there?
None of them appear, but they consented this morning that they were going to appear.
I said I was in Buya today, John. What's taking place now in Buya? You know, you just got a 52 or 53 counts in that place. And you guys are 10. To even enter in the first time, be at work today. It was not easy thing. Worry was coming. People were grew a leafy. People grew up coming. Even when they saw my car.
Who is Quipu?
Quipu is zoning.
Cool Williams.
Yeah,
I beg you, Mark, let's hold you there. Let's hold you there. We go to Bobby. Bobby, let's hear you shortly.
Yeah, thank you, John.
People that wear me on my they got wear. People that broken football, I got them. They want wear me in that district.
Yeah, John, thank you. We know the CNC group went today to run campaign for Sunday, but there was no way for them to get through.
Look at it.
You know, this is very, very sad and it's very, very disappointing. Very, 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 very disappointed in all the candidates. Very, very disappointed. You see, when they launch started like this, it continues. How do BKS is convinced that Boris Barbier, even the elders, the deacons that we always talk about, the Koto Kwagu, the Jackson Yo, they all came on this radio station and commit that if we win, this place is our home. We will continue coming here and we'll make this place our home. But this same place called them and book appointment with them a month before. They agreed to come, but one of them never show up or never call back to say, this is my situation, I will never be there. But one thing I would say to all the candidates, I pray that they think people, one of them win. Those political vampires, we will not sit down here for people to mortgage our district. It will never work. You will see some are taking lawmakers to court. If you sit down and go borrow money and begging people for yellow machine to go and grade road doing campaign, and after campaign you dump the district, and you sitting down in Morovia without going there, we will take you to court for that. This is very, very is bad. For the candidate, those people to come and commit to us, the consumer, the people that are going to put you in power, you're going to give them lapper, but discouraging them to go for debate. They play what you're going to represent us. The majority, the 73 women are sitting over there. They always ask you that debate, but you're running away from them. How do we show that you're going to go there to represent and debate with the people that are over there? But again, it's something that we all are sitting here, we have to work on. People saying this person, for me, I don't choose none of them because nobody is qualified. If people start lying, when how they call this boy, when Cole know that the people in the district, they've been sleeping on the mat, is that today when you're ready to run? No, that's a deception, that's a lie. He been in our country for how long? But today he knows that the people in the district sleeping on the mat is not good for us. So I'm very, very, to be honest, I'm very disappointed in all the candidates. Because to lie to the public is not good. They are lied to this station, and we hope one of them should come back, or all of them should come back to this station so we can ask them a hard question. But if they don't appear until one of them win, when that person wins to come back here again, some of us here as finally will make them not to come back because some question will ask them, they will not be happy of it.
This is how when the men win, they go to Monrovia, they never go back to the district again. When they go there during Christmas or July 26th, fool the people with few bag arrests, then the people heal them, they leave, they go back to Monrovia, they never return again. That's how they are. How many lawmakers in Nima that you have seen, they have ever had, as let's say, straight 1 week engagement with their people? None of them can do it. So they only go around when it is season, they take the few bag of from Freeport, they carry to the people, divide on them. Then the people give them their goat, which is even more expensive than the bag of rest that they brought for them. They go back to Monrovia, they enjoy themselves with this. That's how they do it.
And
Yeah, for you,
Jim,
Shadrach.
okay, that's a joke.
Okay.
What kind of RT mail in network giving?
Yo, this Shadrach, they may not get internet. He work with Telecom, but he get no internet.
Aloysius,
The thing that we somehow we don't use a poll life, and when they host take almost 30 to 40 minutes to discuss issues, not me consult the panelists, we remain mute and leave the panel and listen.
The men and start the men can protest against me.
Yes, but the host are taking almost 30 minutes to discuss on his own feeling, so we let him be.
Sorry.
Why are divination or host?
My man, give me a chance.
Sorry.
Man.
Let's hear you. Let's hear you. But you know your network been giving problem.
No, not network. No, you know, we are off.
You are putting gas in battery Honda. You are putting gas in battery Honda generator.
We come into that team, that Patrick team. We come into it. Patrick was seeing money around
for the abandonment or their refusal to appear on the show today. It shows some limitation, especially those who consented to appear with the CEO. 5 persons in England. I think Equator, Nicole Williams, and other people, all of them. It was a very bad behavior of them to refuse not to attend when they gave the organizer assurance that they will appear. I'm not surprised of people that Boris Badier, because Boris Badier as our director, somebody who controls human resources, who can tell the employees, say, don't be here this way, don't go there, don't come to work late, don't leave the work early. A Boris Badier can abandon 2 counties responsibilities, namely Nima and Bong, when he was serving at HR, not to even take, not to write the county authority a transfer letter or resignation to abandon office. I'm not surprised that Boris Badier even abandoned a comment in the debate. So some of us we are disappointed. Like somebody said, this is how they behave when some of them win the election. They will abandon the district. They will not come back until maybe season time, 26 or Christmas. Another time you meet your people that you control, people you lead, you meet them at any time to consult them about their needs and wants, to understand their plight, so you can address them according to the way you can make them feel happy. So it was frustrating, and it's still frustrating to me. It's not that no debate is the essence of somebody winning election. No. And it's not a debate, is a matter of somebody being a good leader. Say no. But once you consent to appear, instead of you shying away without a formal communication, it's a disrespect and unprofessional. As you admit, all of them are in error.
But don't you say Jolly Book when do that professional job, you may be talking about unprofessional.
Thank you.
That's why you will be that case as well, because you saw you be part of those.
Oh, let me say you. I shall just say that one. Let's hear from you, Aloysius.
Yeah. So again, I mean, we are not surprised of what happened, and like we said earlier, our districts have been behind, and people felt that the booyah maybe about 13 years back, 14 years back, 30 years back, the same booyah today. We are doing pretty much well here. We are doing pretty much well here in a sense that those things we're discussing today were not been discussed in the past. People are afraid to come here or to go on the debate because they know somebody going to ask them, where are you getting your carry period of passing all around this place? Where are you getting it from? who behind you, where are you working? We're going to ask those questions. But if you go to Bualu, to Papa Wounded, then they will not ask you those questions. They just dance. They're happy. Yes, we agree. Government, the national government have failed to do those things. You're trying to do. But how well are you doing it? And will you continue on those things? What beyond it? So they are all afraid to come here, to be honest. But you will see them coming. When? Immediately after the election, people who will feel cheated on, who feel the election was not free and fair, you see them running to the very platform to express their disappointment. And it's so disrespectful to the planner, to our people as well. That people will invest their money. And Kevin was here yesterday to create awareness. They all listen to this program. If for any reason you can't come, they want to let the station manager know that, oh, I would not be there for so reason. And yeah, but you been part of these things over and over. And so on, I listen to Mark. Mark said, we should blame the planner. The planner should not be blamed. The debate was planned along with them. The matter of fact, they have to register first. They got to be confronted. They are candidate. They're running. You can't just host debate when they are not being certified or they are not being given clearance. So they all knew that we're going to have the debate. But their fear is for us we will be exposing and we'll be asking technical questions. They're going to Temple or other places. And those people, they send old stories, they send lies, they carry to them. And that's what I said, it's equipment upon us. We who are not running or we who know how government works to educate our people. Like what I'm telling my person as well. I'm not saying that individual responsibility about Beck or Red or Zing, but our people, what they're supposed to get, they are not getting. So when people are going to them with talking, they value it so dearly. You think the bridges were built. Mucha better what you going to do? Mucha better don't get anything to do. If the national government build the bridges, we all be talking about policy. But we can't be talking about policy when there's no bridge, when people don't get hospital, pregnant women are dying. So we all need to do Mark, and like you said, all the people from Nigeria. Not all the people from Nigeria went to Qatar. No. The youth from Nigeria, they are in Nigeria. I talk with people in Nigeria today. People are there. So, like you later on said that people don't feel group, no trucks and things, people that truck or people who don't have voting right in Booyah, you just pack them because you saw the same crime bound. How will you put a crime bound? Bound is not part of the electorate right now. We agree Bound is part of Zoga, and Zoga is part of Booyah is part of Zoga as well. But those people that are not electorate. You just bring in, you just manufacturing people, you just bring it there to make it look like, oh, you get crap. No. So let us meet, let us be here. It's so sad that we spend all that money that those people, did not turn up. People bring a gas from over to that place. But we should know that Booyah is virgin. Booyah is, I think Booyah for Republic. Let's use the word for Republic right now. All of what we had before was not part of it. They consider it non-involved. This is the real Booyah we are developing. We shouldn't give up. People spend money, the management spend money, we agree, yes, but we shouldn't give up. They continue to hold these people, they continue to put their feet to fire. When they go wrong, we come here, we discuss it, the radio station discuss it. So, we are doing right, and let's continue. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Siawete, let's hear you finally on this issue so we can go to a different topic. Unfortunately, the council was not able to attend today because of some personal reasons which he didn't give us. But we hope and pray that one of these days he will appear here. They've been trying to call him, but he's not picking the call. He's not responding to the messages. I guess he's kind of busy, that's why. But Siawete, let's hear you finally on this one. You are muted, Chief Siawete.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, we have said it over and over, the issue of the debate. I think the speaker has said, oh, what much or what less can we say? Even from the beginning of the debate, it was first day scheduled, but we had to reschedule the debate only because of most of them excuse. The excuses was they went to town to mobilize resources and and all of that. So I mean, it was rescheduled. And like we keep saying, I mean, the issue about debate, we appreciate that so much, but is it to the taste of the people? Whether are they waiting to listen? Because if you open a radio right now to get the view of the common people, what are the responses you get from them? So I mean, that's another thing. But before satisfying people for the, like Alosha said, going to debate might say that they needed to engage the electorates. How will you engage the electorate? The first thing you got to be satisfied as a candidate. So when that is not done, how do they call you? Are you a candidate? Are you what's your role? So I mean, today is just one of the sad day as we all anticipated to listen to those candidates and to unveil their platform to us, but unfortunately they could not unveil themselves. So for me, I think the issue of this debate we are discussing, and I don't think we have anything much to actually say anymore. We can go to other topics that we have to discuss. The people of Booyah, like Alosha said, as we move along, right after the election or during the election, when there are issues, you see people start running to the radio station to come and explain their ordeal and what have you. But today, everyone now running campaign everywhere. So we watch to see. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Efanso. You have anything to say on this finally before we leave this topic? We still have at least 55 minutes in our favor here.
Yeah, John, I say it was a good topic, even though we all said the same thing almost. We disagree with their absence. It was in my own turn on civilized. Only uneducated people can behave in a fun manner, and people who claim that all of people are not educated with the level of education they have, they cannot exercise the kind of things in the society. I think uneducated people are a bit better than those who claim to be educated. And Alosha is here, all of them, throw kind of jobs on all of candidates around here. But yeah, the candidates stay away from debate, knowing fully well that that's the place where he's supposed to pinpoint all of the key things he need to be doing and to engage with the electorates. But yet and still, Alosha did not communicate with the guy, say, please be there. They escape and came here, he had a regret. And that regret, they will follow Alosha, then they start supporting people. And we will tell the other people Alosha then can communicate with people in public discourse like this. So you don't follow them. Yes, since they feel they cannot debate is not bad, but what we will be telling them is those educated ones that always say they are educated and they don't engage in public discourse, that they will just disabuse the mind of our vote electors not to vote them. That's the only thing. Because you cannot tell anything, then we can't vote you. So we'll be talking to them, to our people. I got over 2,000 plus electors in my hometown. We will talk to them.
So Alfonso, that means all of the candidates will not be voted for?
I'm saying that maybe they shouldn't vote.
Whether they vote or not, the people, there will be someone said that they say you pray that one of the 10 people, one person win. It's obvious that one pregnant. You born get.
The number of labors that are making booyah. There are small labor. Why people will not vote? The 2,000 women not get labor. They come and get in labor. They will not vote.
The labor
yes,
will
they not benefit anything. 13 years on Uncle got nothing. Far one level didn't put in our town. Before I say all the level in carrying a district at the time. The many point anything my own town. He say what you know. The men say Peter we are to
you were getting election time, you were getting 0 in your home.
No, the men used to get vote there.
Then why you getting your evil?
But the men
I see that CMC man, you not agree with you, Jeff.
no, mama,
Don't
don't.
No, it's not about CMC man. If also Koga did not carry on any development in our town. But every time for the election, people can be in a town that Koga did not carry development on and they can vote for Koga. That's what I'm saying.
But we still like Koga carry development for in the first place. We stand.
You close to 25.
Even for the people. Koga be better. But the thing about Koga can, how will you say you build, you say they build it? Why that's not you say that when there's no
Koga did not
pay 1 billion. Nothing there.
Y'all move on. Koga that develop, but he win 3 times. What's the difference? Y'all move on to a different topic.
John waiting on
Koga was supposed you don't now. I know I can be here for.
But Musa, when you were crying for Musa, my who talk?
That was the Koga was supposed you don't now.
The man endorsed mine, and then he never voted for mine. He endorsed it, he never voted for it. How?
The man voted for me. The man voted for me. The man appointed the executive committee appointed me yesterday. They gave me new car. Printed. I get new car. What printed? Printed one.
The man let you went London. He start discussing about how
all the men crewing, brother.
So we can be on a show. My first thing here, I'll be discussing CMC all day. My first thing just
What is it?
Well, you give opportunity to Mavazin or John CNC.
What?
Now who left Mavazin? That you the party left Mavazin. Mavazin the king died. They voted for them. Also now Mavazin not get where to do it. I see like you the party left Mavazin.
No, but I think Mark, if that's why
you said. You said the money you spend behind the party in the going election, you know it. What they return?
The return is the change of government. Ali John B as not president. That's the return. That's what I wanted, and it happened.
Yeah, I already back. What you say about me?
Man, don't be asking people like that. You see him, man. He got no problem.
No, but the first thing, let me say congratulations. I mean,
yesterday,
Joe Gassar, you are one of the great young men from Nima, very friendly. You're not proud. You always associate with everybody, no matter their background. And I respect you for that.
I mean, pretty with my car. Nobody want to ask me why I mean pretty with my car.
CMC is the only party like brother has more
one question you are not answered is what's your loan term? You're gonna say you own loan.
You know, the guys are getting angry. Let discuss some serious issue. Yeah, I come in. Let discuss some serious issue. They play of those guys. The play of those guys in the country is if you don't agree with them, I come into you.
No.
Why are you
Why your loan term? Lead a man in the country. What is your loan term?
Okay, we borrow you to CMC when you coming back home.
In a common term.
Pretty, I can answer that question for Mike because Mike and I talked yesterday. My Lunton was supposed to finish yesterday. No, wait, my Lunton was supposed to finish last week, but because of this car, my stay by so they can get the car. So Mike was supposed to travel with the vice president.
I don't even know about my appointment.
CMC is the only party in the republic that got more logistics and supporters.
I agree with you.
It has always been the case.
Someone said CMC is a CDC auxiliary group. Is that true?
They said a men win.
They said a adult win.
So Evanso, I saw my appointment came out a minute angry. I don't know what they're angry for.
My man will get you anytime we ready. Don't start that noise.
Don't fool anybody, sir. They know me, Nima good. When I stand for something, I stand for him.
No,
all of them know me, Nima good. When I stand for something, when I say that I ate, no make a moving.
My man,
you know me.
We will get you. That one we're talking locally. We can't talk on air. We'll get you.
Talking on air. I was appointed on air. Talking on air. I was on my way to Dimpley when I got to Secretary. They called me yesterday. I never knew you were even for that reason for which they called me. I got to go to Monrovia yesterday. I received my document. I left from Monrovia. I came, I passed. I went to Dimpley. I attended the funeral of the late Reverend Samuel Paul Sr. And I came back to Ghana. One person when I say this, yeah.
Mark, you did well because I see why you left NDR because NDR when into different place they promise you package. When you go, they can get a package to a different person. So your NDR, you're not going to receive a package. That package you're going to turn it out to someone different.
The guys in Nima, we got to be careful with ourselves in Nima. If you are supporting them in politics, that's the only time you go men to them. The day you're not supporting them in politics, they even want to kill you.
Who they got?
How they look like. The young guys in Nima. All the young guys in Nima. By the time you're not supporting them, you bad person. When you're supporting them, you good person. It's a wrong thing we need to stop.
Yeah, you mean.
Why you say all the young people now?
It not gotta be you, Brinde. It not gotta be you, Brinde. I'm talking serious thing. Serious thing that the mic is open the young people here. The guys they are believers. My man, keep the money there when 2 years coming to election, they will bring the money on board. They know some of we have people who can pay for bread. And nobody can even bring that into us. The fact that they feel that certain election they should coerce people so you can be their follower. If you don't coerce you to be their follower, they mean anything they want to do to you, they should do it. They know who they can do it to, but not just everyone. We are clear to them. Not just everyone.
CMC.
That Clarence Masakwe had a party from Lufa. And then Dado Kase had a party from Lufa. And Unity Party is also a Lufa-based party. We didn't see them mocking at each other. Today, human being was killed in Lufa. That they chase a man in the horse, and when they bust a horse on the man, kill the man. Those who did it today, they are so peaceful and they living. They even hate the people who supported we are in this country.
Joe, can you mute that man? Joe, mute that man. I'm back on the show. Mute that man. Mute that man. You're talking about Debale Bene, no fire. Oh, mute that man.
But I have been Lufa now.
Yeah, I think Joe, mute that man.
But if you don't support people
yet, new man, I'm back on the show. I hear for special announcement. Mute that man. They got radio station. Go there, go talk all that in there. They got 2 FM. Go there, go talk all that in there. We have to make special announcement. Go to about Debale Bene. I the boy house on somebody Lufa. And when I job, we didn't do that one in South.
Oh, y'all leave my one show.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I wanted to make a special announcement before I know we are almost.
We're not supporting the country, they want to kill you. The country, they want to kill you.
John, Mafasin, John, Alfonso, Bobby, Doma, Siawete, Aloysius, Ma, thank you for coming. Yesterday we announced that our old man, Tiawonse Gongo, are going to be with us. For reason beyond our control, he didn't show up. We made attempts. We didn't get him. Thankfully, we are having Senator Samuel Koga with us tomorrow. He has consented. So the flyer is in our chat room. We are sending you the flyers to all of you. Post the flyer on your page. Share our show. Samuel Koga will be with us tomorrow. On Monday, Councillor Lawrence Sua had agreed to join us. On Monday, Lawrence Sua will be discussing the executive order, I think the Land Right Acts and so many things surrounding legal issues. Lawrence will have consented.
We have Ellis on Monday.
Ellis on Monday. Then we'll have Lawrence on Tuesday. Thank you, Siawete. I forgot, sorry. So Siawete is the one that brought the two guests for Sunday and Monday, so he doesn't want us to do that. But anyway, thank you, Mafosin. We appreciate you guys for coming. The Booyah team will always be discussing it until the election is over. We want to appreciate you always for coming. Mark, with all your busy schedule, you always make time to join us. We are giving you the responsibility. We want to host Musa Berede. So we have opening on Thursday. Madam Ide Gongo will consented to be with us on Wednesday. So we expect Musa Berede to be our next guest. Mute the man until I'm done. I plan to mute this man until I'm done.
The can't run America again before you mean people to go there.
So thank you so kindly. John, if nothing to be discussed, you can just get the closing comments. Again, come prepared tomorrow. We will post our talking point tomorrow in the chat room and send it to all our panelists. When they are appearing tomorrow, we'll have Samuel Koga tomorrow. Come prepared. Come with all your bazooka against Koga and Jeremiah Pankun. Senator Samuel Koga and Kun are the ones that are playing double standard with our people in the district. They are sponsoring over 5 full candidates. They are not giving direction to our people. So we are ready to deal with them tomorrow because anything happen to our district, we'll hold them responsible. So thank you so much.
Koga, now appear making you afraid to stay by again.
Huh?
People are getting
but you got Zantu, you can do anything to bring him tomorrow. So thank you. So you got help from Kevin, Jill. Did Kevin call on the show?
No, I'm trying to get it.
Okay, he's calling me. He's calling me. Let me hear from him. Maybe I will tell him to call you.
Because some of us not in the chat room yet.
We're not putting you in the chat room. No, you are a politician. Who will put politician in the chat room? We just bring you here. You just bring you here because you left visit. You're not doing nothing for ability. They feel there for you to be really serious. But who will put you? Somebody you want to carry out major information to ability. In fact, gentlemen, I tell Mavasi out today. Mavasi, I'm taking you out. You know, I saw you in our chat room today. We'll take you out. You are defeated by ability. You can't be in our chat room. Thank you very much. I'll see you guys.
So, yeah, where your party going to primary? Because they are pointing all of your executive power, your political leader.
Doma, they did I talk about Mavasi for 2 of y'all. Why you want to know they did? They did with Mavasi focus on Sierra. Now Mavasi are going to
become a plan.
Best out of 10, Billy do win all.
Gio, please hear from call Kevin. When you hear from Kevin, then that get closing remark and close and get ready for tomorrow.
Yeah, we have Kevin on the line already.
Okay, that hear from Kevin, gentlemen, please. That hear from Kevin.
Let's hear from Kevin shortly before we go for our party comment. Good evening, Kevin, and welcome to the show, Chief. Kevin, good evening. Good evening, Kelvin. Welcome to the show.
The man debate was not conducted, the man angry.
Good evening, my brothers. Good evening, the people of Nimba. Yeah, sorry. I came, of course, those persons who saw me today. I was really intimidated to go and dirty to come. Just left the shower. Came in Kanta. It was some minutes to 9 o'clock. But I'm grateful to God Almighty that I'm back. But I'm very, very disappointed. And I cannot wait to express my disappointment if you ask me.
Yeah, so let's hear you. How was the process like when you arrived in Butuo?
So I drove from Monrovia to Ganta, and the last time I was in that place was almost 2 years ago, where we had gone there to conduct a workshop. To admit the distance looked shorter than it used to be, I think there been tremendous work done. So because of the time factor, I had to back my way, my colleague and I, to BPS. We had timed the show for the program for 2 o'clock, and I was hoping to be there before 12 o'clock. But be it as it may, I got there, it was exactly 12:59. Exactly 12:59 when I look at the clock. The other thing was that I realized that the momentum was very, very, very low. I realized that the tempo was very low. The applicants seemed very dim. Just give it up to the folks at the BTS for the level of publicity. Because my independent investigation shows that there was enough publicity done. I know that looking with Arvin had told me that he called each of the candidates. I know that we had the show planned for 2 weeks ago. That's going to be corrected. It was rescheduled. And all of the candidates were informed, were told about the program according to Ali and the host. Look, gentlemen, I don't know, but there's a big problem with our country, and all I can say in summary is that, like I mentioned to you guys in the interview the day before yesterday, if you go back to that clip, I said something that the reason why our leaders are leading us the ways that they're leading us is because we are not giving them a reason to lead. You know, I mean, we just show them that we are not serious, to harness them to make that effort to lead us. That's just the bottom line. And that was the justification for, that statement today. Gentlemen, let's call a spade. No matter how much resources you have, no matter how much money you have, no matter the strength of a political party or individual, whether it is the ruling, whether it is the most wealthy candidate, I stand to be corrected. Unarguably, no candidate has the capacity to reach every part of the district. So one of the easiest ways is the usage of the radio. The radio goes to where you wouldn't go. There are people who may not have the time to come and see each of their candidates. True or false? The people are on the farm, people are in the hospital, and it's an opportunity for them to listen to each of their 10 or 11 candidates. What's the number there? It's an opportunity for them to listen to each of the candidates, to explain to the constituents, the voters, who am I? What do I bring to you? And based on those discussions, it informs the mind of the electors, that voter, to vote for you or to not vote for you. That was an opportunity for the people. And again, I must give it up to BKS. BKS gave you a free platform, free of charge. I don't know whether it was paid for. The hosts were like literally saying, gentlemen, you come and talk to your own people. If these guys get elected tomorrow, if out of those persons get elected, they're not going to talk to BKS. BKS will literally cry to have them posted. A media institution, a reputable media institution, provide a platform for you to come and explain that will help you to enhance your campaign, to enhance your qualification. What did they do? They will often like to tell the people, to hell with you people, we don't care about whatever. When we're ready, election time, you're going for. And that is what they're saying to you. That is just what they're saying to the people. The people were prepared to see who their electorates, the candidates were. But they just didn't show up. And who told you that? They never had the time to come. They had the time. On my way back to Monrovia, my colleague and I saw them in different parts of the district. Campaigning, canvassing. I said this to you. What hurt me was nothing is going to come out of it. Nothing is going to come out of it. We go back to the same statement because they believe that during campaign periods like these, all the people want that money, that rice, in-house, they collect 1 or 2 motorbike boys, find gas for them, find cash for them, they put them behind them, ping pong, in the drive in the district. Absolutely nothing changes. Guess what? While I was awaiting the start of the program, I took a drive. I backed my way, my colleague and I, and the bike port to the border between Liberia and the Ivory Coast, the Buto side. You guys there know exactly what I'm talking about. And guess what happened? I'm a very detailed person. I saw literally in the water a light pole, literally in the water. When you look at where the ferry takes you from Mabuto to the African side or the African side, when you look on the African side, there is a light pole at the eve of the water. Those people listening to me know exactly where I'm talking about and what I'm talking about. On the Liberia side, guess what? There is not a single light pole at the immigration, at least at the immigration. Now, if you forget about the immigration area, even in the boot road, there is not a single light pole to that place. And we are comfortable and we think that we're okay. We think that everything is all right with this country. And people take it to be a normal thing. All you need to do is to get up and cast your ballot for people and they go back to status quo and they do absolutely nothing. What did I say the other time? The people right next door to Africans, the same 2 eyes they have are the same 2 eyes we have. 2 hands, 2 legs, 1 mouth. How are they making decisions? I'm in a conversation with the marketers, the Liberian marketers who are going to trade into Africans or to buy goods into Africans. What do they tell me? They tell me, Kelvin, they roll from the African side to the towns there, even though they are not paid, but they are all weather. What happened with the Liberia side? I could not drive my car to go into Butu. Africa's oldest republic. The bridges are all dilapidated. And we are comfortable, and we are pointing fingers to our leaders. They are not the problem. We are the problem. It's a shame. It's a pity on us. And we think that something is not wrong with us, and something is wrong with our leaders. Look, I feel very disappointed. If I have my own way, let me be honest with you. Sorry to say, I don't know how you're going to interpret my statement. If I have my own will, I will have told God that I don't want to be a Liberian. I owe no apology to this because I, as a Liberian, I took upon myself, for Christ's sake, I took upon myself, left my business schedule from Monrovia, left my family, raised myself. And you expect me to be happy to sing Christmas carol? Drove myself from Monrovia to Kakata, from Kakata under the rain to Banga, from Banga to Ganta, slept, woke up as early as 5 o'clock this morning. Only to go and see the thing that I saw there? No, something is wrong with us, bro. Gentlemen, I don't know how this will sound in the ears of the people, but I feel very displeased. I feel very ashamed of my country, and I feel very ashamed of myself.
Thank you, Calvin.
The show saw me today. Let them tell you how did they see me? Muddy from head to toe. I said I would not change. I would be like this. I carry my clothes in the bag. If the guys that saw it, they saw the clothes in the bed. It tells you the passion. It tells you the love that we have for our country. It is shameful. It's one of the worst days in my life.
Thank you.
One of the worst days in my life.
Thank you, Kelvin.
And I'm not sure I'm going to do this again, bro.
Thank you.
I'm not sure I'm going to.
We know this is what we are called for. You are here to educate our people. I know that you are angry right now, but we know the efforts you put in. We hope that the next election they will be able to participate in this civic engagement. Again, we appreciate your time being on the show here tonight, Kelvin.
Thank you, General guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So that was the voice of Kelvin Deme. Kelvin Deme, supposed to have hosted the debate today in Butu Town, Nema County, but we've been discussing the unfortunate situation. We've not had no time in our favor here. Again, let's go to all of the panelists for that parting comment. Hopefully tomorrow we're going to have Senator Samuel Gomwe-Koga on the show here to discuss Liberia, Nema, District 5, and all of the political landscapes of Liberia, going to Ivory Coast, leaving from Ivory Coast, going to Guinea, how he managed to defeat B. Mark Bloom, and all of that. We will ask him all of his tactics to explain to us so that at least if maybe Siawite going into election tomorrow, he will not be defeated for the first time. Mark Bloom, let's hear your parting comment in 30 seconds.
Thank you. Thank you. I don't know why Kevin disappointment. The people who the men want to rule, then they are jubilantly moving alongside with the pen. So if you want to host, the people say it's busy, you let it be. Because the voters are supposed to listen to those men and the lady. They are moving alongside with them every part. I think today, a scene of action. A scene of action in people. When I got to people today, for my car to pass, was not easy. Everyone following. Some put 4 fingers, some put 3 fingers, some put 5 fingers. Get it out everywhere. So let us just continue to alarm on the radio when it comes to peace. Because the guys are behind quarter. The party are followed by in front of Zone boys car today. One bread ball with Zone is a driver. He got down with the spanner in to beat on somebody. We all had a Roger to do stopping. All day we did it because I follow him. We got to the junction. While you were going your way, I took the road to Blue Day to go to Dingley. We need to keep talking on this so that in the morning or interview some of us on the radio physically so we can be able to talk to the citizens. Because the way the election is taking trend to get 10 persons running in the district is not an easy thing. So we just pray for the best. But what I want to say is, one way or the other, they might have been jammed with their schedule, and some are out of cash. They have to run back to Uganda so that they can get cash or go back. But I think the messages they have is also going across while the audience are come to away there in all of the towns and villages. They are delivering their messages to their people. And the ideas of who got the best going to be bought. So you want to say thank you. They keep pressing on there. They keep advancing there, talking to them so that we can get the best out of District 5.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Shadrach, your network is bad today. Let's hear your parting comment in 30 seconds. You are muted, Shadrach. Shadrach.
Unmuting, let's see.
I'm trying to unmute him, but it's not working. He has to do it for himself. Anyways, Printers, let's hear you. Yeah, Printers, let's hear you. Your party comment in 30 seconds. Printers, you are muted too.
Okay. I share sentiment with Kelvin. I understand, how frustrating it is for, somebody of Kelvin in the media landscape of our country to, abandon other schedule in Monrovia and travel as far as Butuo to run such an initiative. And at the end of the day, nobody turned out. I think from the very onset of this show, we all expressed our disappointment, not just in the candidates, but the voters as well. But I can only urge Kelvin to some of us in the politics, sometimes we say learn to discipline or disappointment. Because these are some of the prices that come with the profession that he chose. Not every time you're going to get the expected or desired outcome. At some point in time they will be good, some other days it will be bad. And let us keep providing civic education. And I think the concern raised by Mark in the district is very genuine, and we need to increase our civic education awareness, because we read it personally. I wish that this by-election comes to an end with zero record of election violence, because over the years, Nimba, most especially Buyao, is mostly mapped as one of the rare zones, of election violence. And I hope we can change the trajectory this time around. Thank you. And even though we didn't have Councillor Gonglo as planned, I want to believe there have been other schedule that conflicted with his appearance here. But I look forward to tomorrow interaction with Senator Koga.
Thank you. Shadrach, you back. Let's hear you shortly before your network start to fluctuate again.
Yeah, thank you, Junior. Let me join the many voices to say thanks to everyone for their opinion. Let me say what we experienced today in District 5 was disappointing. We condemn that, and we won't allow it happen next time. Let me commend also Kelvin for the effort to have traveled from Monrovia all the way to Buyao, sacrifice to see people speak to their audience, and they refuse to. I have a little disappointment now in our arrangements by inviting guests at 3 occasions now, and they refuse to appear. I think.
Shadrach, I beg you, Shadrach, I beg you. I don't want to talk again. I just beg you.
Okay. So let us keep educating our people in District 5 to vote their conscience and do the best. Whosoever wins, Booyah wins. So thank you guys. Let's keep the education and let our district be better, library at large. Thank you.
Thank you. You see, when people are change agent among you, you got to be very careful. See everything you see what when that happen to now? We got to call the man to order fast. If not, we will come and get snapped somewhere. Let's hear you share with your party comment in 30 seconds.
Thank you, Junior. Thanks to all of the panelists. I mean, this show also brings together people who we are now also seeing for a little while, Sion brothers. I mean, today was a great show. We expect that the guest invited will show up in the next invite. And I mean, for me, while it's true we are disappointed, but I mean, we have some of the best in Liberia, like Kevin being one of the best journalists in the country, and then abandoning all of his schedule, driving from Monrovia to Butuo. I mean, I feel I actually pity him, and from his voice, you can know that he's actually frustrated, because I mean, we are not paying him. He took his time, even took some professional journalists back home to see. I think in 2020 or 2019, Kevin and ourselves went on the official opening of BKS, and he's a very passionate young man. So I mean, when it comes to the people of Nimba, he gave himself to serve. So I mean, it was actually a disappointment. That's why he's speaking in that way. But I mean, nevertheless, you should know to his root. Sometimes that's how it is. So sometimes you go through the hard things sometimes to know your people too, you know, the interaction and what have you. I mean, it was a good show, and we expect that we will host the senator here tomorrow, hopefully. And then by Monday, we'll also be hosting Mr. Nya, and then moving forward on our Eagle Congo way on Wednesday. You know, it will be a firing show starting from tomorrow. So, I mean, it's not a disappointment. Sometimes it's also meant to, you know, voice our thoughts on the show to get more audience, you know, for our people to follow. So,
Thank
I
you.
mean, today we actually expected the woman to be here, but hopefully we'll have a firing show tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you. Aloysius, you are booming. Or
A lot
Yahoo.
of Yahoo booming. Yeah, Yahoo. So again, I mean, thanks to everyone and on this platform and people who are also listening to us. Some people are using their data and managing and everybody. And I mean, a very big thanks to this platform officially, and a very big thanks to our brother Kelvin. Kelvin drove from Morovia to that place. Now I know that the stated objective did not meet. He did not meet the stated objective, but I think he got other things from that place. The fact that he went to the border and saw the place, the fact that he drove through Buyao and saw the place, even though he been there before, but this on a different note. The fact that he was going there to conduct, debate. I think those are news. Those are the things we want to be, to be aired out there. Those are the things we want for people to know about Buyao. And with what happened over there, I think it's a challenge to every one of us. And what we are embarking on is a revolutionary, mood we are in right now. We need a change. We need a great change. The mindset of our people. Liberia had a system, or since the war, or even before the war, I don't know what happened during the electionary period. Some were not, mature enough to know what happened. But it seems like instead of the system educating our people about politicians, it is the politicians who are educating our people. And that is completely wrong. It's on the opposite. So it is challenged for every one of us to get involved, to change the way of doing things, the traditional way of doing things. That things, are happening. And our brother and sister from Buyao who did not attend our program today, this is complete madness for every one of them. You people did not do well for the people of Buyao. You don't let the people. We know you'll be elected. Some of you, or one person for a month, will be elected, but you don't mean well for the people of Buyao. We all are trying to change our district, to bring a new path, a path that will be among the modern people, the path that is online with modernity. If you will leave those paths and go in the villages to fool the people, to cajole them, all because they are not educated, they are not informed about the governance of our nation, the function of the legislature, the very thing that you want to work, the very thing the very institution you want to go, you're not giving them a way out, and you keep following the old way just to fool them. We are here, and this statement, finally, we should not be discouraged. Order here. We shouldn't be discouraged. We're doing well, and this is what we are here for. We're doing extremely well, and let us continue. Anytime we get a chance, we come here and continue to give the information we're giving. Thank you so much to everybody.
Thank you. Bobby Wanti, let's hear you finally, your parting comment, Chief.
Yeah, thank you, my counselor. Because you're going to be my lawyer in Liberia. It was good. It was good. It was good being here, and thank you to everyone. We've been putting time into this thing. We've been fighting, and I believe we should continue this fight for the good of Liberia, for the good of our district, for the good of our people. I mean, everybody is disappointed. And you can see and hear the frustration from Kevin. And you will understand where Kevin is coming from. Abandoning your people, your job, your time, and going all the way over there just to make those politicians to gain momentum from their own people for their own benefits. And they believe that, you know, you are doing it for the people. It is not for the people, it's for them. And they turn off that. I mean, it's very, very disappointing. But again, we all are human. We are here. Well, I want to disagree with my brother Mike that, you know, those people, they might be busy, they will be running campaign, they will be doing this. I mean, we shouldn't bring no kind of excuse for those politicians. They know they will be busy. My point of this, my point of disappointment is when you accept to say, yes, I will come or I will do it, and then you decide not to. I mean, that's a deception, that is lie. And when you start like that, we believe that you will continue like that. And then when some of us started coming back on those things tomorrow, then you say, oh, this person does not like me. It is not about it. Let us be honest to our people. We shouldn't use our people for our own political, you know, gain. But again, it was a good show. We will be here at all time when we are free. We will be waiting tomorrow to host a People's Senator, and we will be here. Thank you, gentlemen, for the show for today. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. I know it's in the morning from your end. Maybe probably getting ready for service. I don't know. Let's welcome you to the show.
Almost 9 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm. Alfonso, your parting comment shot. You are muted, Alfonso.
Thank you. It was a good show. I want to compliment the, you know, ideas of my colleagues here, you know, of disagreeing with those guys staying away, you know. It was a bad thing for our democracy. We'll continue to say it. We hope one day they shouldn't be the one to hold other people accountable when they are not in that particular, you know, shoe. When other people Bobby coming 2029, they shouldn't be sitting on the side saying Bobby is not going for debate. No, Bobby will do. But it's not a good thing to do. We need not to involve ourselves in this thing so long we are gone the reign of fire, knowing that these things are not good for our people. We got to exhibit all times, meaning the democracy process. Again, we hope to see our guest tomorrow, the senator, to ask him a few questions about the decision and other things. When tomorrow comes to appear, it will be a good year. I hope it don't be like the other guys to buckle our how they call it, our show tomorrow. Yeah, I hope it come. It was a good show. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you to all of you for being here tonight. I hope to see all of you again tomorrow. Thank you so much.
Thank you.